Yeah, I guess for both of you guys, Sam just was in here talking about his level of surprise with what just happened. Can both of you, either of you, maybe put into words just the feelings inside the locker room? Are you guys just as surprised about the result and the performance today?
Yeah, man, most definitely. Just mainly we got to stick together, man. That wasn't the performance out there that we was going into the game hoping and expecting. We just got to stick together. Go back to work.
How critical, I mean, with the way the defense has been struggling recently, I mean, how impactful, how tough is it to get off to a slow start again today, just and when they jump out and score, the first 5 possessions, I think, of the game?
I mean, it's tough. It's tough when they score at any time in the game. So, yeah, I say it's tough.
What was Notre Dame doing maybe schematically today that gave y'all trouble?
I don't know exactly. Like off the top, I got to go watch the film. But I would say they had a couple big plays. Screen that went for a touchdown. And then just us as players, we got to make plays. Us as players, we just got to make plays and get off the field, get 3 and outs. And we wasn't able to do that today.
You had your hands on the ball early in the second half, man. Did you feel like you had it long enough, or just what happened on that play?
The ref said it was a drop, so it was a drop. Yeah, it was a drop. So,
can y'all both maybe address the difficulty maybe in keeping things together after a game like this? Cam, you think it's going to be hard?
I feel like certain situations may be hard, and you just got to block out all the outside noise, because the outside noise really what affects the team, in these kind of situations, man. We still have a lot of football to play, still have a long season ahead. We're captains for a reason, so we just got to hold our defense together.
I don't feel like it'll be tough. I feel like as a team, we're so together and just keeping each other up, and everybody in the locker room, we all hurting after this loss, and just keeping each other up, and just knowing we got each other back and things like that. That's kind of what make it easier to move on from the loss, and
For both of you guys, stands kind of cleared out there by the fourth quarter. What was kind of the atmosphere like at the end?
It was different from kickoff for sure, not having all of our fans out there, but we knew, that wasn't the performance that, fans, deserve to see, especially us being gone for a month. So that's on us.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. We got diehard fans, and they just want to see us be successful and things like that. So we got to do a better job as players to give our fans something exciting to see and to stay and watch for. So I'm not gonna say we understand, but I understand. We got to play better. That's what the fans want to see.
For both of you, what were kind of the coaches' messages at halftime, or your messages as captains?
Man, just, don't worry about the scoreboard. Just go out there and play with pride. Just keep playing hard. I know I was telling the guys, we thought we had Memphis in the second half. They came back, so anything was possible. And, I'm still proud of the way we fought, came out and fought the second half.
Xavian, Coach Pittman earlier in the week referred to Love and Price as 1A and 1B. Just maybe those two specifically, what were the difficulties that they were, presenting?
They both 2 good running backs. Both of them, Love and the other one, and they just good backs, and yeah, that's really it. That's all I gotta say.
Y'all are going into a bye week. In a situation like this, does a bye week help or hinder in terms of trying to keep the team together?
I feel like it helps because we have more time to find out the problem and what's going on. We're going to be up here tomorrow watching film, going through, all our negatives, and just see how we can build from that. And to know that we have a little more time to get to the root of the problem, I think that's a good thing.
Coaching leadership really comes into play after a game like this. What was Coach Pittman's message, and the team's belief that you guys can get things going, if y'all could both answer it.
We just got to stay together, and we got to find a way to fix it. We got to find a way to fix it. We got more games, and we just got to find a way to fix it. We got to, and stand together.
Yeah, because we all know what we're capable of, and we know our potential. But potential means nothing if we don't go out and execute. So we just gotta take that into account in this bye week, and just keep moving forward.
Just for both of you guys, they seem to rely on Love a whole lot throughout the game. Was there anything in particular that Jeremiah did that affected you guys, gave you guys trouble?
I'll just say, man, that's a no knock on him. That's a heck of a player. He is a good running back. He affected us in the pass and in the run. Man, he was just a good player. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Like, just a good player, and like both of their running backs, like I said earlier. So yeah.
Cam, you talked a lot in the summer about, more or less how you felt like this could be a special season. What's your level of disappointment for things to get started like this?
Disappointment wouldn't be the word. I know, that what we're capable of, and we're just getting off to a slow start right now, and that it's still a lot of football to be played, and, anything can happen on any given day. So I still have faith in my team. Still have faith in the leadership of this team, and, yeah.
Given as much time as you've spent here and as much time as you spent with Coach Pittman, how much do you feel for him that he's kind of going through this and starting to feel some pressure?
Man, I know I talk to Coach Pitt all the time, and mainly he just doesn't let the outside noise get to him. More or less, it'd be more outside noise than anything. Coach Pittman, he loves his job. He loves being here. He's confident in being the head coach here. So.
And I just want to follow up real quick on that. You've talked about the outside noise a couple times. Is it difficult to keep that outside and not let it filter in? You kind of had to deal with it a couple years ago as well. Is it hard to do that right now?
I wouldn't say necessarily it is. A lot of the outside noise is social media. We got a lot of old guys on our team. We just don't necessarily look at it because the same people putting us down whenever we're doing good, they're putting us up as well. So we just play for each other, and just play for our state and just go from there.
Yeah, hey guys, something I asked the defensive guys is just kind of what was the atmosphere like in the fourth quarter with stands clearing out a little bit compared to the first?
It was disappointing, but at the same time we have to give them something to stay for and something to cheer for, so we have to do a better job in that.
Two-parter for both y'all, if you would. How disappointing was this game, and how difficult will it be to keep the team together after this?
I feel like we have an older team. We've been through a lot of football, and we have a lot of football left in the season. And the road ahead of us, there's some great opportunities, to still, make history and, make a mark and make a stamp on this year. So we have to, get in the film room bye week. Next week it's coming at a great time, so we have a great opportunity to, get healthy, get guys back, and to, lock in and get better.
Yeah, disappointing result, especially with the way we practiced this week. I felt our practice habits were at an all-time high, and we practiced hard, and definitely not the outcome we expected. But just with the team overall, we're an older team, we're a tight team, so I have no concern about the locker room. And like Taylen said, we got a bye week coming, so this is a great time just to get our mental right, our bodies feeling right, and then reset and achieve everything that we want to achieve from here on out.
Taylen, what did Notre Dame do defensively? They had really struggled against the pass, but they got some pressure on you today.
They're a really great team, really great defense. They did a lot of man and different coverages and different line games, but at the same time, I feel like we beat ourselves at times. Well, a lot of times, just the small details, that I have to get better at, not just pressure. I got to get the ball out, got to go through my reads. It's not just them. It's all 11, and I'm the one that touches the ball every play. So I have to do a better job at that.
Fernando, what was Coach Pittman's message to the team after?
Yeah, we just got to stick together. Obviously, it wasn't the outcome none of us thought. I mean, like I said, we practiced extremely good this week. We were flying around. We felt really good about the game plan, and we just didn't get the result we wanted. But we got to stick together, and, we still got a long season ahead of us, and, yeah, that's about it.
Both of you guys, just as being offensive captains, how do you go about keeping this team together?
Just like we, just said, there's a lot of football ahead of us, and the only way to go from here is up, and to not feel sorry for ourselves and just look in the mirror and find at these times you find a lot about yourself and your teammates. So just we have to do a great job of keeping the herd, keeping the guys together, and just taking one day at a time.
On Monday, Sam was saying how, in terms of your aggressiveness and running, that you might have been a little beat up. How are you feeling after today's game?
I got some nicks and bruises, but it's football at the end of the day. That was one of the, emphasis coming into this game was to do everything, to do anything to get the ball moving, keep the ball. But, I didn't do a, great job of it at times. So, like I said, we're just going to go back in the film room and get better, really.
Taylen, offensively today, things started relatively good. The way that Notre Dame was scoring on their side, did that lead to you guys maybe pressing a little bit too much pressure?
No, not at all. I feel like every single time we go out on the on the field, our goal, or what we tell everybody is, to score and do everything that we can. You just go through one play at a time, but every single time we hit the field, our goal is to score.
For you first there, when the incident happened there with Jalen, did you guys run over and share a moment of any kind?
Yeah, man, it's heartbreaking just because of the player he is, how hard he works, and the time he's put into this all. And we were just distraught because we knew it was something serious right as it happened. And he's just such a great teammate to us, and just to see him on the ground in pain killed all of us. And as teammates, we wanted to be around him and share that moment and be like, let him know that we had his back and we were going to be here for him through and through.
What is your level of frustration on a day like today? Just everything you see from the fan base and just not getting the result that you want.
Extremely frustrating. Not frustrated at the fans. We didn't give them much to cheer about, so that's on us. But with how hard we practice and the time we put into this throughout the off season, and just all the hard work we've put into this, and you don't expect to come out here and put out an outcome like that. That's not what you want. That's not what you dream about. And so I'm extremely frustrated, but that's the game of football, and it can only go up from here.
The offense has slowed down in the second half for the last few games. Is there something in particular that you see happening, or is it kind of just different game to game? And if so, what was it today?
I feel like we did a better job of moving the ball this second half, and the energy was a lot better, and that was the emphasis coming into, throughout the week in practice. But it didn't end in points, so it was definitely better. But at the end of the day, we have to score. We got to put the ball in the end zone. So.